Today I'm going to take the results reported by Dr. Miller and Dr. Ferry, summarize recently published results of additional nutrients in foods, and I'm going to make them actionable for consumers and patients. So we're going to have some fun at the end, looking at enhancing several different types of diets. Today there's no one diet that's optimal for all. Each individual's needs are different based on current health status, genetics, and lifestyle. With that said, emerging research is helping us to understand which nutrients in foods can beneficially impact the vascular system. Tomorrow we'll know more than today, and so on. So today's presentation is a snapshot of what is currently known and will be built upon. Now, as health professionals, we can't wait for all the science to be definitive to make our recommendations, right? We wouldn't have a job. So we look at the current state of the science and we make the best, safest, and healthiest recommendations for the individual patients as well as various populations. Based on the current research and guidelines, we've put some foods together that we presented here today with their amounts. And based on the research and guidelines, and again understanding that we're making recommendations based on the best available information, incorporating the following nutrients in foods at the following amounts may benefit vascular health not only in healthy populations, but also those with high risk factors for cardiovascular disease, as well as those with established cardiovascular disease. Now, just to remind ourselves and to stay within the context of current cardiovascular guidelines, here are the American Heart Association and the American College of Cardiology guidelines, as well as the National Cholesterol Education Program Adult Treatment Panel 3 guidelines. As you can see, these guidelines are beginning to promote the inclusion of certain foods to specifically achieve cardiovascular health benefits. So let's look at making some reasonable changes to various diets. We've enhanced several diets and have analyzed for several of the nutrients covered today to illustrate the ease of making changes. In some cases, the vascular healthy food is substituting an otherwise healthy food, but remember this is just an illustration. There are numerous combinations in foods that we could have used. Also, we randomly chose a day in each diet. So it could be that the food we're substituting in these examples is a food found in the diet on another day. So if you look here, we took the typical American diet and we enhanced it. We changed the 4-ounce muffin into a 2-ounce oat bran muffin. We added blueberries. We took out the coffee and cream and we changed that into green tea. I don't know how reasonable that is for some people. We're all trying. And we changed the orange juice into purple grape juice. Now, we substituted the purple grape juice, but I do want to mention here that according to the beverage guidance panel, this is a level 5 beverage and should be limited. However, we're working within the context of the individual's preferences. So we're making small, livable changes. Also, we're substituting grape juice despite the fact that orange juice is higher in several nutrients and vitamins. However, our goal here is to illustrate easy ways to add vascular healthy foods based on the current research available. So you'll notice also here we did not touch lunch, because again we want to work within the context of their diet, making it easy. Moving on to dinner and snacks, see some of the changes that we've made here. We've changed the iceberg lettuce salad into a small spinach salad with sliced almonds. We've changed the blue cheese dressing into olive oil raspberry vinaigrette. Changed the fried chicken into broiled chicken. We added garlic to those mashed potatoes. The buttered corn now include a sterile spread instead of regular butter. We changed the biscuit into flax meal bread. For the snacks, we took those potato chips, changed them into peanuts. Changed the ice cream and 1 apple into a sliced apple dipped in melted dark chocolate. It's not so bad. This is an enhanced diet. If you ask me, we actually made it tastier. So if you look at the calories and the fat, we were successful there in maintaining the same levels, but we did affect it positively. You'll see that we decreased saturated fat, we increased the monounsaturated fats, we increased fiber, and we decreased cholesterol, and we increased the number of flavonols in the diet by 596 milligrams. And if you ask me, these are doable. Going on to the DASH diet, which is a wonderful diet, we had some fun trying to enhance this one. We took the bran flakes, changed it into cooked oatmeal, added soy milk instead of the low-fat milk, changed the margarine into sterile enriched spread. Again, we changed that orange juice into purple grape juice. Made some changes with lunch, taking the chicken salad into a tuna salad. We changed the bread into flax meal bread. Instead of sunflower seeds, we added almonds. Fruit cocktail into blueberries. Going on to the next day, looking at dinner, we changed the beef into broiled salmon. Instead of the gravy, we added garlic for flavoring, canola oil to olive oil. Again, the sterile spread instead of the margarine. Changed the low-fat milk into soy milk. For the snacks, we kept the almonds, we changed the raisins into dried blueberries. Instead of the fat-free yogurt, we added the glass of red wine. Again, it's an enhanced diet. So looking at calories, fat, saturated fat, monounsaturated fat, fiber, and cholesterol, we were able to keep them all the same, which with the DASH diet, you would want to do that. But what we were able to achieve with just these small tweaks were the increase in flavonols by 544 milligrams, an increase of isoflavones by 50 milligrams, and an increase in the sterile esters by 1.3 grams. And lastly, looking at the American Heart Association no-fat diet, this one was a little bit harder. We changed the canola oil into the olive oil. We made some other changes, of course, adding that green tea. Changed the yogurt into soy yogurt. If you go on to the next day looking at lunch and dinner, made some additional changes there. The fat content did increase. It increased to levels closer to the Mediterranean-style diet. We were able to increase monounsaturated fats, and we were able to increase the flavonols, the sterile esters, and the isoflavones. So as you can see, any diet can easily be tweaked with these vascular-enhancing nutrients. Thank you very much for your time. Back to Dr. Miller.